I just want to make something clear. It's my second time recording this video. Well, I only got 30 seconds into the first video. It still did piss me off because it's just my phone being an old, slow piece of shit. What I did was I said about how when I go on Mobizen, it by default puts the bubble, which is this thing. By default, it always goes around there, and I have a crack on my phone around there. So I moved that, and I was talking about that, and then I said, "The Jackal, mixed ratings. I watched it on iPlayer, and I hit the cast button, but instead of going to the fucking cast, it clicked on the first poster there, and then it just would not back out. Anyway, Bruce Willis, Richard Gere, Jack Black, J.K. Simmons, Daniel Day Kim, Larry King, right. In one word, the film is decent. The first half was just sort of setups, and there's nothing wrong with setups, but it feels like some of the things that they shown were unnecessary, and it just made the film boring and probably for my granda more confusing. And I expected him to not enjoy it at all, but surprisingly he loved it. Me, as I said, decent. Like, I can't think of anything in particular because in hindsight it all seems important, but it's just when you're watching it, it feels like this is going nowhere. It's just a scene, just to make the film like more filled out, even though it's already close to 2 hours. Like the scene where he was in the gay club and he kissed that guy. I thought that it would immediately lead to something, but it didn't. But then there was a scene where he is in the guy's house, the guy that he kissed. But that scene had no fucking importance whatsoever. Like, he stole the parking pass off of that guy in the scene at the club. He had no reason to, like, I'm just going to move on. Richard Gere's accent in this is shit. It's not believable at all. I actually can't think of what to say. I I put this on first because I seen the trailer for the show a couple of times from the cinema, and I thought, yeah, that looks great. I'd seen the trailer for this, and I thought, yeah, it looks pretty good. And then I seen the trailer for the original, and I thought, seems good, but it's not. I mean, trailer is a stretch. It wasn't actually a trailer; it was just a clip where the jackal gets hired, and they use that as the trailer on YouTube when you go to like buy it. Um, so I thought I'll put this on. I'll put this one on first because I might enjoy the original, but I don't think my granda would. So I thought, I'll put this on. He likes it, then we can watch all three. But if he doesn't like it, then I don't think he's going to enjoy the others. So, yeah. I thought I had more things to say, but apparently I don't. Before I move on to the next thing, I was wanting to watch Piece by Piece, that film about Pharrell Williams that is told with Lego. And Dylan and Ginger also wanted to go, but they never actually decided on a date, and it's out of the cinema. I don't know when it went out, because usually, like, the last day for films is a Thursday. And I checked, and I'm recording this on Monday. Last Friday, the film was still in cinema. So, I don't know when it went, but it's gone. And I'm probably not going to watch it now because I just, that's what happens. I don't know what it is. It's just film I'm interested in, but I don't watch it in cinema. I end up just not watching it. That's most of the time. There are some exceptions. This probably isn't one, but hey, maybe it is. Final review: Code Black. Um, I'm just gonna like sort of explain some things that have happened since my ER review. Um, I'd been watching that, but got up to episode 8 or 9, and then, uh, like I'm only on his house on weekdays, so the last time I watched it was on a Friday, and then something, I'm not gonna say what it is, but something happened on that Sunday, and I wasn't at his house for a while because of that. And when I came back, I thought, oh, that showed Tracker. I was planning on watching it with him, but because they released it as a Star original rather than just putting it on Disney, I thought that what that meant was that it was going to be an 18, but it isn't. So I watched it with him and he felt great, and then I put this on instead of ER because I thought, it's shorter and we'll just get it done quick and then we can just go back to ER. Gotta say, the show is fucking amazing. I love it. He loved it. But something that I thought was weird about it was that there were quite a few times where a character would leave and you wouldn't even notice for a couple of episodes that they've left. Like the English guy, the blonde girl who was a first year in season 1, and then like I swear they both appeared at the start of season 2, but then after a couple of episodes they just disappeared and I didn't even notice because it kind of felt like that they started with the first years and a couple of attendings, and then also Jesse, like that's all season 1 was. Then for season 2, I mean Campbell did have some appearances, but season 2 made Campbell main character. Everyone was still there, and also they introduced the first years. Well, the first years from season 1 became second years. But then after a couple of episodes, the blonde girl and the English guy just disappeared. The show didn't even acknowledge it. Characters either disappear or die. There's no just outright fucking off. Like the closest thing to a character fucking off is Kevin Nunn's character, who I thought he was funny. I thought he was going to stay the entire time because all he did was just he walked around and he would just say random things with no context and then just leave. But then he got suspended over some bullshit, but then he just didn't come back. But then end of season 2, I remember that sorry, I forgot where it was. See, it was, I think it was on like season 2. They had that like outbreak, and I remember that Campbell's assistant had died because of it, and Pineda was also infected as well, but Pineda didn't die, and she fucked off in season 3. Speaking of Pineda, I just want to mention briefly how them showing her being raped, or well, what I mean is that because of the media, the way that I view that sort of situation is that it just completely changes your life. But they had written it differently, that she doesn't let it get to her. It's just one like very, very fucked up day. Just one. And the rest of her days are fine for the most part. I really like that. I'm not a victim of it. I don't know anyone who's victims of that. So I don't know what it's like. But it is very brave to have that mentality. So I do like that. Sorry about that. I had to get my dinner. I do not remember what I was gonna say next, but there was something. Someone had said that the show was they took the romance stuff from Grey's and combined it with the seriousness of, I think, House was the example they used. I disagree. There's quite a few relationships in this, but it's not like on the level of Grey's, and I get it is not a fair comparison because this was only 3 seasons, whereas Grey's is over 20. Excuse me, but it's just, even in the first season, even in the first episode, Grey's set itself out as more of a hookup show with some medical shit. There was a couple of relationships. You have the English guy and the blonde girl. You have Mario and Noah. There's a couple others, but they didn't really matter. It was just mostly those two. So, I think that's bullshit. Continuing on what I was saying earlier about how, first season had the first years, second season had first years the Who, and then the first years from the last season, or second years, and then for season 3, so on. I thought that was great. The first batch, Mario, Pineda, the blonde girl, and I don't remember Harry Ford's character's name. Gonna be honest. I'm just gonna call him Orson because of the nickname his brother gave him. Which, that whole thing of him not wanting people to know that nickname because he thought it was gonna go everywhere and then it just didn't. I thought that was a bit stupid. I love those characters. I thought they were very well written, very fleshed out, all that. Second batch, I thought the same, although Nafessa Williams' character, I keep on saying character, like I'm Canadian or something. Character. She only died after 4 episodes, so you couldn't really expand on that. The third years, I do not give a shit about. Like, there was a girl who was only in the first couple episodes of season 3. She accidentally spilled fentanyl, I think it was, and overdosed on it. And she wasn't in too much trouble. She didn't die, but she just fucked off after that. And then there was that guy who just kept on recording shit. And yeah, there was some wholesome, there was something really good with it, with how he saved. I'm just gonna have to call him by his nickname. I don't remember the character's name. He saved Hercules. With his video, but that was the only fucking use I had. Other than that, it was annoying as hell and a massive breach of privacy. I can't think of anything else to say. I'm just going to end it here.